Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Aman bin Malik. So today, I will present a comparative analysis of Islamic financial accounting practice between my bank, Islamic Berhad, and Al-Raji Bank, Malaysia. So I will explain structure and component, zakat, ethical consideration, comparison with conventional accounting, and conclusion. Now, let's look to the Islamic financial statements includes four key components. First is income statements. It shows halal income from Sharia compliance contracts like mudarabah and murabahah and avoiding riba. Second, we have balance sheets. They display assets, liabilities, and equity, highlighting suku and Islamic investments with no interest-based items. Third is cash flow statements. It tracks cash flow from halal sources like suku and Islamic financing, excluding interest loan. And finally is notes to financial statements. It provides detailed disclosure on policies, Sharia compliance, zakat, and profit distribution, promoting transparency under AAOIFI and Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM) guidelines. Next, let's take a look at the structure and components of financial reporting in My Bank Islamic and Al-Raji Bank. My Bank Islamic follow the Malaysian Financial Reporting Standard MFRS and complies with Sharia principles through guidance from Bank Negara Malaysia. Profits are recognized through Islamic contracts like Murabahah, Ijarah, Mudarabah, and Tawaruk. Meanwhile, Al-Raji Bank, influenced by its Saudi parents, also follow MFRS with strong alignment to AAOIFI standards and recognize profits similarly through Islamic financing, investor fund, and sukuk. Both banks have strong Sharia governance frameworks with dedicated Sharia committees overseeing compliance, audits, and internal review. In terms of zakat and social responsibility, my bank reported RM 8.34 million in zakat in 2024, while Al-Rajin acknowledged some inconsistency in reporting but still engaged in CSR through donations and financial literacy programs. Together, this practice reflects the commitment of both banks to Islamic financial ethics and community support. Now, let's look at how zakat is implemented in practice, especially by My Bank Islamic Berhad. For the 9 months ending September 30, 2024, My Bank Islamic reported RM 8.34 million in zakat payments within their income statement. This shown as a separate line item approved by their Sharia Committee. Importantly, zakat is treated as an expense, improving net profits and reflecting Islamic social responsibility. Zakat is also calculated and distributed under the supervision of the Sharia Committee, showcasing strong governance and demonstrating the bank's commitment to social justice and wealth redistribution. Next, let's examine Al-Raji Bank. In their 2023 financial statements, zakat on business payable by the group and the bank complies with Sharia principles. It's crucial to note that while the image indicates zero zakat, in some instances, this does not diminish its importance. Instead, it signifies compliance with Sharia provision as zakat decisions are governed by internal policy and Sharia board ruling. Even if zakat is not directly paid by the bank on behalf of depositors, the underlying and the ethical system of Islamic finance is evident through their robust reporting system and the role of the Sharia Advisory Council. Next, we move to the importance of zakat in Islamic accounting. Zakat is a cornerstone of Islamic accounting serving multiple vital functions. Firstly, it's a pillar of Islam, a compulsory act integrated into financial statements. It also facilitates wealth purification, cleansing both assets and the giver's soul, ensuring funds are distributed for social welfare. Beyond that, zakat promotes social justice and redistribution, moving wealth to those in need, aligning with the higher objective of Sharia. This also ensures Sharia compliance and transparency in financial reporting. Ultimately, zakat distinguishes Islamic from conventional accounting by incorporating spiritual and ethical considerations. Promoting a balanced and ethical financial approach is more than just a tax, it's a holistic socio-economic tool. Next, we move to ethical considerations. My Bank Islamic ethical framework is deeply rooted in Maqasid al-Sharia, focusing on fairness, justice, and social responsibility. Their financial reports emphasize veracity and Sharia compliance, disclosing non-compliant risks transparently. The independent Sharia Committee provide oversight, screening products to avoid unethical aspects. Disclosures will include segregation of halal income and assurance of Sharia compliance, aligning with AAOIFI principle of honesty and professionalism. Their ethical position is strongly aligned with AAOIFI even while adhering to MFRS and BNM standards. Next, Al-Raji Bank, through its Saudi parents, adhere to the AAOIFI Code of Ethics, emphasizing transparency, honesty, and accountability. Their reports prioritize fair presentation and compliance with Islamic contracts, ensuring no engagement in prohibited activities. A dedicated Sharia supervisory board enforces ethical decisions. While specific CSR information may be limited, their ethical orientation is clear in transparency, financial operation, and the use of clean contracts. RRG framework strongly reflect AAOIFI principles like fairness, faithfulness, and duty, showcasing their commitment to Islamic business ethics. Next, let's review the core ethical principle in Islamic finance guided by the AAOIFI. Firstly is taqwa or God consciousness, means every action is equitable to Allah, ensuring strict Sharia compliance and avoiding interest. Secondly is tawakkul, reliance on Allah is seen in risk-sharing contracts like mudarabah. Third is sadaqah, truthfulness and integrity demands transparency and honesty in all financial disclosure, including zakat reporting. Fourth is amanah, trustworthiness require professional to diligently manage funds and resources. And finally is quwwah, competence and strength emphasize the importance of professional expertise, ethics, and continuous development for all staff, including Sharia commit members. These principles form the bedrock of ethical Islamic finance. Now, let's compare reporting standards. Islamic banks like My Bank Islamic and Al-Raji adhere to MFIRS or IFRS but crucially integrate Sharia governance regulations. Al-Raji also aligns with AAOIFI standards on ethics and disclosure, and their reports explicitly include zakat and Sharia compliant notes. Conventional banks, however, follow IFRS without incorporating Islamic ethics. The reports lack zakat disclosure, Sharia review, or interest avoidance, focusing solely on profitability and legal compliance. This distinction highlights how Islamic accounting uniquely embeds ethical and Sharia principles into its reporting framework. Now, let's compare reporting standards. Islamic banks like My Bank Islamic and Al-Raji adhere to MFIRS or IFRS but crucially integrate Sharia governance regulations. Al-Raji also aligns with AAOIFI standards on ethics and disclosure, and their reports explicitly include zakat and Sharia compliant notes. Conventional banks, however, follow IFRS without incorporating Islamic ethics. The reports lack zakat disclosure, Sharia review, or interest avoidance, focusing solely on profitability and legal compliance. This distinction highlights how Islamic accounting uniquely embeds ethical and Sharia principles into its reporting framework. Finally, in conclusion, Maybank Islamic and Al-Raji Bank Malaysia exemplify the integration of Sharia provision into financial reporting. They prioritize their ethical transparency, sharing, and avoiding interest unlike conventional banks. They apply Sharia compliant contracts and emphasize zakat, profit sharing, and social responsibility. Both banks adhere to rigorous Sharia governance, with Maybank guided by MFRS and BNM, Al-Raji and by AOIFI. Ultimately, Islamic financial accounting goes beyond just profitability, focusing profoundly on fairness, ethics, and social justice as per the Maqasid al Sharia. That's all for me. Thank you very much.